What's good everyone, it's BATARUN, and today I'm going to be doing a Q&A and also just have a chat with you lot, just to keep you updated on what I've been through in my life so far and why I haven't been as consistent with YouTube as well. But yeah, let's start with the questions. Let's go.
What have you gotten from YouTube?
I've learned a lot of things from YouTube. One thing I've learned is that when you're on camera, it feels different to when you're talking to a friend in real life. And also, people can fake reactions on YouTube to get views. And some people are just naturally very expressive and they end up getting a lot of views. Other good things are YouTube is more strict than it used to be, and YouTube Shorts is taking over. I've learned how to monetize your videos. I've learned about copyright issues. I've learned about the community tab once I got 1,000 subscribers. I did used to know all the tips and tricks. Now maybe I do need to brush up on them now, but before, when I first started back in the day, when I was starting to grow and I actually wanted to take things seriously, that's when I actually realized that YouTube is all about consistency. From the beginning it's about quantity, but quality too. But then once you get to a certain stage when you do get enough viewers, then you have to think about quality over quantity. Anybody can make YouTube videos. You can start off with a phone and then, you know, make your way to upgrade to a camera once you get money and once you can afford it and once you get more serious about it. But just make sure that it's worth buying. Just in case YouTube doesn't work for you, at least you have the camera for taking photos and stuff, you know. Don't just buy it without having a plan B. I also learned about making videos using iMovie, editing videos. I never used to know how to edit videos on iMovie. I never even knew how to record videos using a Canon camera. So just basically speaking to people as well. Like when I first did my live stream, my first ever live stream on YouTube, I was kind of hesitant, I can't lie. I didn't know how it was going to go because I've never done a live stream before. I felt kind of awkward doing it. But then I did more and more and I got used to it, and now it's just more natural for me. I mean, I'm doing quizzes and stuff, so if you guys want to join whenever I do a quiz, then feel free.
What's the craziest thing you have ever done?
I mean, there are more than one crazy things I've done in my 25 years on this planet, but I wish to do more crazy things like skydiving and bungee jumping. There's something I don't want to mention or anything like that, so I'll just mention this one. I went on like the scariest rides in Thorpe Park. That's crazy, isn't it? Okay, if that's not crazy enough, had a car crash. That was crazy, man. That's a big experience. I don't know if that's a crazy thing to do because it wasn't fully my fault. It was partly my fault, partly the van driver's fault. Let me think of one other thing. Yeah, I would obviously say these things, but I would say it off camera. I wouldn't say it on camera, alright? Because basically, there are more people I know who are watching my content. I don't want them to. I ain't gonna say any names, but yeah, that's what I'm saying. I just used to be more free with my content, you get me? Like, I used to say things without even thinking about the repercussions.
What places would you like to visit around the world?
Okay, I'd like to visit Bali in Indonesia. I'd like to visit Japan, Tokyo. I'd like to go to the desert, like Egypt or Saudi Arabia. Oh, Dubai. Oh, Dubai is sick, man. I want to go Dubai before I die. Yeah, for sure. But like any deserty place as well, just to ride quad bikes or go on camel rides. I want to do that before I die too. Yeah, there's a lot of things I want to do. Like Bali for the scenery, you know, the boat rides. It's a very chill place for a holiday. A very relaxing place. Whereas if you go to a place like Tokyo or Dubai or something, there's a lot of things to do, lots. Like there's a lot of activities. Dubai is hella expensive, but I've heard that it's very much worth it. You can do skydiving down a skyscraper to see the whole city, skylines and everything. I don't know if you can do it at night or anything. I'm sure you can do like zip lining at night. Man, that would be sick. That would be mad. It also reminds me of Singapore a little bit as well. Singapore is kind of similar. I've never been there though.
Biggest regret?
Biggest regret. I know exactly what my biggest regret is, but I ain't gonna say it. So I'll say another one again. Maybe not living out for uni. Yeah, that's another regret. Because I never lived out for uni for my whole 3 years, because I wanted to live out for uni just at least for 1 year, just to get that experience, you know, like that independence, you know, spending time with uni mates and, you know, having long-term friendship, because most of your long-term friendships at university is because of your housemates. I feel like you spend more time with them than you do with people in your lectures. I mean, it depends. It depends who you're living with, and it depends how often you go to uni. But yeah, if I lived out for at least 1 year, that would be nice. But something made up for that anyways, and that was my COVID testing job. So I've been working there for probably a year, maybe a bit longer, I don't know, maybe just over a year. In that COVID testing job, we spent 4 days on, 4 days off. So I'd spend 4 days living at a hotel and 4 days at home resting. So I mean, not just living at a hotel, I'm working, obviously I'm doing 10-hour shifts, but I'm staying at the hotel. They pay for the accommodation, they pay £25 limit for food, 45p per mile for travel. So it was calm, like it was blessed. Government were paying for everything, so man was chilling, man was chilling. So I kind of, experienced living independently in that regard compared to living out at uni. So that kind of made up for it. So I'm okay now. So yeah, that was my biggest regret, which kind of got turned around anyways later on. And I wasn't expecting that. Like, anything can happen in your life, man. It depends on what route you take. If you take this route, life will be different and you might meet these people. If you take that route, you might meet those people, and it's just the paths you choose, the decisions you make, it all makes a big impact, especially if it's like a very big decision. That's what life is. And like, I feel like this is very arguable, by the way. I mean, people may disagree with this, but I feel like after you graduate, throughout your early 20s especially, you're just trying to look out for what's best for you. You're still trying to find yourself, right? You still don't know what's exactly best for you and what your purpose is in life. I mean, you probably have an idea. Some people have already got their purpose and they're stuck with it and they just already found a job and whatever. But some people like myself, we kind of look around first to see, should I take this path? Should I take that path? Like, we just keep looking around and then we finally find something. Like, I mean, for me personally, I worked in different places like petrol stations, I worked in a yogurt factory, I worked in a pharmaceutical company, I worked in COVID testing labs. So I worked in a variety of different places and I got a lot of different experiences, met a lot of different people. So when I eventually got around to actually getting my head around things and knowing exactly what masters I want to do, my decision was a bit more clear, you get me? Like, when I first graduated, I wasn't sure whether I should work or do a master's. So I worked just to get a better idea of what masters I wanted to do. And now that I found it, my decision is final, I don't know, it makes you become more of an assertive person. That's what I feel like. And then even some people even find their dream job or like their target job based on whatever they graduated in their 30s. It depends. It just depends on your circumstances and the decisions you make, the paths you take, just like I said.
What is your favourite sport?
I used to watch football a bit more, yeah. But now I don't watch it as much as I used to. And I feel like it's because I'm a Liverpool supporter, by the way. As you can see by that hoodie at the back, that's a Liverpool hoodie. Yeah, I used to support Liverpool back in the day, ever since Steven Gerrard used to play. That's the main reason why I supported Liverpool in the first place, because of Stevie G, man. The G in it, the G that slips. No, I'm joking. But yeah, I feel like it's because our family, none of us watch football apart from me and my brother. So family can kind of have an impact as well. Like, if your parents watch it, then you're kind of grown into it, you know what I'm saying? So I wasn't kind of grown into that in that regard. Maybe just because of my friends, but I think also family does take a part. And also, we never grew up with like Sky or Sky Sports or anything, so we would never watch it on TV. I'd always have to find a website to stream it, and every time one link buffers, I had to keep switching, and I kind of got fed up of that, like finding the right website to watch football. I mean, I still found one, but still not the best. I mean, you don't know how long it's gonna last. You can't trust it, it could get shut down at any moment in time. So that's another reason why I kind of here and there. So I mainly just watch like the highlights of the Liverpool games. But if it's a big match, like say an actual big game, then I would watch it on. Sometimes it comes on TV, sometimes like on BT Sport or BBC or whatever. ITV, sorry, not BBC, ITV. So I'm like here and there with football. But another sport I recently got interested in. I haven't started watching it, but I kind of got interested in is Formula One. It's a motorsport, and this is because I went go-karting with my friends for the first time. I know go-karting is something I should have done in my childhood, but I only just done it like when I was 25 years old. It felt nice. I really enjoyed it. Like, I really want to go again. It kind of put me in a driver's perspective when it comes to racing, and I really enjoyed that feeling, that adrenaline. At first I was like, hell nah, like I was going slow as I can because I had a car crash, right? And that kind of gave me flashbacks. Because we did 2 races, right? 2 races with plenty of laps. The first race I was kind of hesitant. I wasn't going as fast as I could have because I was getting flashbacks of my car crash. And the second race, I did well. I came third. I was in the top 3, mate. Oh, the first race also, another reason why I did shit was because I had a bad car. It didn't turn properly, right? So every time I turned, it kind of like skidded. So yeah, the steering was not great. The handling was terrible. But yeah, the second race I did sick. So yeah, I keep mentioning the car crash, but I didn't actually tell you what happened. So what happened was, it's partly my fault, partly the van driver's fault, right? So I was picking up my brother from work. Yeah, he finishes around 2:30 on a Saturday, right? So it's like 2:30 around Saturday time. I was driving. The road that he works in is always really quiet. It's always a quiet road. So maybe I kind of underestimated that road. So I was driving, and then there was a van in front of me, right? So this van, it was indicating, well, I mean, it went left first. It was in front of me, but it went left, and it kind of looked like it was parking on the pavement, right? But it was kind of indicating right, but it indicated a bit late, and it was turning into the entrance to a warehouse, and it was right in front of me, right? As it turned, I kept on driving, and I was going to overtake it because I thought it was going to park on the left side, so I didn't realize it was turning, right? And it just carried on turning. He should have saw me too, and I shouldn't have gone that fast, to be honest. I kind of got a bit impatient. I should have waited and see what was going on. He just carried on turning, and then bang, I hit the side. So my car was fully gone on the front, okay? So it kind of like got mashed up, so the car had to be written off. There was no way it could get repaired, so I lost my car. I got my money back, and I got £1,000 on top of that as well, which is sick. Yeah, that experience, one of the biggest experience I've had in my life, because at that moment that crash happened, the whole impact and everything, it felt like everything was going in slow motion. Like my head just hit the freaking airbags. I saw my brother as well on the side, and I was looking at him as I hit it, and I saw him hit at the same time, and it was like everything was going in slow motion. It felt like a movie. It felt like a freaking movie scene or something. And injuries wasn't that bad. It was okay. I had a bit of whiplash. I had a bit of bruising on my shin, on my leg. My thumb got swollen, and I couldn't bend it as much. I still feel it a little bit now, but I can bend it a bit more. So yeah, we went to the doctors. We got checked up and everything, and we were fine. It wasn't there weren't any major problems like bone fractures or anything, or like broken ribs, or ribs kind of poking into my lungs and, you know, destroying my lungs or anything like that. So nah, it's calm, okay? It's calm. So yeah, that was my car crash. But what was I talking about? I was talking about Formula 1. Alright, so yeah, I kind of got into Formula 1 because of go-karting. And not only that, there is also this Netflix documentary called Formula 1 Drive to Survive. And I was watching a few episodes of that, and it's a lot more than racing. The things that these racers do behind the scene was quite interesting to see in that documentary. Like, I was quite surprised. Like, I mean, yeah, I do know like they have to train a lot, but the way they train is kind of different. The sport is very intense. It's like you're in a life or death situation. It's a very risky job. It's kind of like boxing. You can get bone fractures, you can die, you can become paralyzed. It's very similar to boxing in the terms of the risks involved. So yeah, and also when you're driving, right, when you're racing, you just feel, there's that feeling you get, and it's really, I don't know, maybe it's like a euphoric feeling or euphoria or whatever, but like when I'm go-karting is very similar to Formula 1. I mean, Formula 1 is a lot different, I know, but like it's the closest thing to Formula 1, I think, when it comes to racing, because it's basically just a bigger version of go-karting, isn't it? The lanes are bigger, the cars are bigger, you know, the risks are bigger too. Yeah, so that documentary plus go-karting kind of got me into it, but I haven't been watching it. Again, like I mentioned earlier, it's like too much screen time, so I'm trying to avoid that. That's why I haven't been watching it as much. That's another sport that I might get into in the future.
What's the most disgusting thing you ever ate?
The most disgusting thing I've ever ate? That's a mad question. Never really thought about that, you know, because everything I ate, most of the things I ate was nice. I can't remember. I mean, I know the most disgusting thing I ever drank, but that doesn't count as food. It's a medicine. I think it was a medicine for like food poisoning or for like a stomach upset or something like that. It was like this pink juice. I remember my mum giving it to me when I was a kid, and it tasted like absolute shit, like vomit. It smelled like vomit. Yeah, it smelled like puke. Food. What did I eat? That's disgusting. Fried chicken. That was just gone off. That they didn't cook properly. That's one of them. That's gotta be up there. Yeah, basically food that's been gone off. I can't really think of anything worse than food that's been gone off. But if there's something I don't like a food that I don't like, or a vegetable or whatever, probably parsnips. Like, you know, whenever we have roast dinner for Christmas dinner, right? Parsnips are the ones that I least like. I don't even. I mean, I have tried them, but I wouldn't really go for them, to be honest. But yeah, I can't really think of anything else. So moving on to consistency. Okay, the reason why I haven't been consistent is because basically I'm going gym and I'm doing a master's course, and I also, you know, game every now and then with my friends, innit, and also meet them up, and every now and then we have like family functions, like parties and stuff. Not very often. For those of you guys that don't know, I don't even think I've mentioned this. Maybe I mentioned it in my stream, or I don't know. I'll just let you know now, innit? I'm doing a 1-year master's course in biomedical science with management studies, and I will be finishing in January or February 2023, right? So I just want to make sure my final push, because right now I've just got 2 more modules left. I just want to just make sure I get at least a 2-1. I know I'm not going to get a first class because I kind of messed up here and there, but I will definitely get a 2-1, and I'm just going to make sure that happens, which is why I'm trying to focus more of my time and energy onto doing my assignments and trying to build muscle as well. But yeah, so that's what this year's all been all about. This year and part of next year too. Muscle and masters, like I said in my stream, M&M, muscle and masters. Yeah, so at least now you guys know why I haven't been that consistent. But it's not only that. It's like sometimes you just don't feel like making a video, you know. It's just, maybe it's a bit of laziness. I don't know. Because editing a video is very time consuming, and you're spending a lot of time staring at a screen, and I spend time staring at screens already by doing my assignments, right, and by gaming with my friends. So I don't want to spend the whole day editing a video and staring at a screen and ruining my eyesight. I already wear glasses, but I don't wear it for everything, you know. I only wear it for when I'm using screens or when I'm reading something, or I mean, I don't even need it, to be honest. The reason why I have glasses is because my left eyeball is rugby ball shaped, so I'm kind of short-sighted. I think it's short-sighted, I don't know, short-sighted or long-sighted, I can't remember. But basically it makes every written word look HD, a bit more clarity. That's what I get from it. Not much. Hope you guys enjoyed this Q&A video. Plus it was also a talk and an update as to what was going on in my life. It's a road to 6k. We'll get there at some point. Here are some more reactions. You can check out my channel, and I'll catch you later. Peace.